Do you have any sort of intro planned?
Yeah. Just like, hi.
Hi.
What is up, guys?
Yo.
Welcome to a new little series. We hinted on this a little bit yesterday that we were going to be doing a cool show, and we were lucky enough to get Drift0r on for an interview with us here. Welcome, Drift0r. How's it going?
Hey, going good. Nice to be here. Anything for you guys?
Yeah,
Excellent.
thank you.
Great product, good people. So you set the time, and I will be here.
Aw, it's adorable.
Thank you for taking the time to do that.
Stop it.
Oh, you're making me blush.
These guys are making friends
I haven't seen
already.
you blushing through the beard. I'm envious. Y'all have these righteous beards. I'm on like, this is probably about a week of no shave here.
Did you meet Steve at PAX?
From Brookstone?
Yeah.
Yes, I did meet him.
Where we were trying to talk him into growing a beard today. We'll try to get everyone on board
It's our
here.
brand.
Well, as a no-beard guy, I am envious. It would be nice to have the option to have a beard. As many people with a beard have told me, it would be nice to have a baby face and not have to shave for a while. Conversely, it would be nice for me to have the option to beard versus no beard.
Yeah,
I can definitely see that, yeah.
The better thing is to have a beard and not shave at all and not do anything.
I'm just lazy,
Yeah.
so it also hides my double chin.
And we were smart enough to plan this on the COD announcement day, so it's been a busy day. It's been busy for you, I'm sure. You put out, like, what, 2 videos or something already today?
Yep, 2 videos today. Each one had to make really fast to kind of get in those like search results really early, but try to do it right. Try to do it not clickbait and not BS, and just make good content. But it's a bit of a squeeze because there was not as much info in the reveal as normal, but there was more coming out in press releases and other interviews and sources online, so I had to kind of pull from a lot of places and piecemeal it.
We were jazzed to hear that there's going to be more semi-auto guns in the game because of the setting, obviously. Like, it just seems like everything COD-related is going to line up for us. Okay.
Looking good for me, too. All metrics on my end are immensely positive, completely different than last year.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. So you know I've been watching your channel for forever. If you guys don't know Drift0r, first of all, go over to his channel and subscribe and ring his bell so you get notified when his videos get posted. This guy makes incredible Call of Duty content. You're known for doing like empirical videos on Call of Duty, you know, like using that data to help gamers win more. So I wanted to ask you, are you naturally an empirical science type guy? And if you weren't on YouTube, do you think you would have become a scientist? Is my question.
That's a good
Yes, so I was always a bit more sciencey than my peers in school. Not tremendously so. It's hard to actually do like science in high school or junior high or whatever. But when it came time for me to go to college, I had to pick a major, and I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something science-related, so I ended up settling with engineering. Once I learned that was where you would actually be making things instead of just doing research forever. And I settled on mechanical engineering because it was very general. So whatever sort of little leanings I had, by the time I was done with the program, they were very much so geared toward empirical data and research and that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of both, a bit of training and a bit of what I naturally did. But I tried to think rationally and more probabilistically than I should. I view everything as some sort of probability table. So that helps me to think empirically about decisions in video games and life in general.
I'm sure emotionally driven people love you.
Nice. That is really cool.
You see, you say that, but that doesn't discount emotions or gambles. It's not like I live a life betting on the sure bet every time. That's actually a guaranteed way to lose.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to gamble and go against the grain, or take hunches or whatever, then you're not going to be super successful. You can't just rely on probability or actuary tables for every decision.
Good advice.
It's a good point. I remember like when you first went full-time at YouTube, like as a YouTuber, you were really pretty substantially set in YouTube by the time you actually went full-time, but you could tell you were still taking a leap of faith just by like the way you talked about it.
Right, because I had no money.
The power of broke.
I just took every dollar that I had, and I moved to Texas for my wife's because she had her dream job here.
Yep.
I spent all of my money, and I got down to having $200 in my bank account and no guaranteed future payments for like a month or two because you were getting paid quarterly at the time. and I had just taken out a new contract with a new MCN versus the old one, not knowing what the pay would really be. Thankfully, it turned out to be almost an order of magnitude more. It was a very good deal, but I didn't know that at the time. And I know to some of you watching, having $200 in the bank might sound like a lot, but in adult land, that's like nothing. That's like a cell phone bill and maybe half of your electricity bill, and then you're broke, not counting health insurance, car insurance, food, and all the things that break in your house. So if you want to go back in time and look, I posted pictures. My gaming setup was the TV, the computer, and I sat in a broken tailgating chair that we had taken clothes hangers and stretched them out, and then used them as a hard wire to wrap the fabric back on there, and I would just sit there and game, and that was kind of my gamble.
That's some ingenious rigging.
That is the perfect segue to my next question, actually, which is, what would you tell young drifter just getting into YouTube? Another way to ask is, like, what would you tell someone who's just getting into, who's glorified becoming a YouTuber, like a young kid? What would you go back and tell yourself or tell them?
The same thing that I still have to tell myself every day, because this year has been particularly hard for me, that persistence pays off. Hard work does pay off, not necessarily today or 3 months from now. Sometimes it's a year because it's a snowballing effect. And you just have to stick with it and keep riding the wave of chaos. When I describe what it is that I do, I imagine myself surfing a wave of absolute chaos, because the rules change every couple months, the algorithm changes every couple months, the audience changes, the games changes. And I'm just sitting here dancing as fast as I can, trying to keep up with the changes.
That's how I feel too. Like, Trigger Devils is a ride for us.
Oh, for real.
And you only having $200, by the way, makes me feel great right now, because I still feel like we're broke. Like, the businesses, I always feel like it's broke. But we do have like a cash infusion now, which is, thank God we have that. But $200, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's a story.
That was what it was in 2012. I had $200, but by the end of 2012, I bought a house. So, very good change, but it goes up and down. I was doing great, and then this year, my refusal to post Infinite Warfare cost me 80% of my income, and negative subscribers for like 6 months, and that is slowly, I'm crossing my fingers here in the video and praying that I don't jinx myself, slowly starting to turn around, and we're getting some positivity coming. But it was a rough sort of thing to stick out, and have people like offer you retirement jobs at studios and stuff because your channel's dying and whatnot. So while you guys are doing great right now, and I know you're on the upswing, my advice is going to have to be that when the downswing comes, because in any business it inevitably will, you have to ride it out just the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we had a talk that was actually very similar earlier today.
This guy's got 1.2 million YouTube subscribers. So the climb to 1.2, can you imagine that coming down for 6 months? I think you're going to probably break 1.3 pretty soon, actually. I was looking earlier today, and I was like, oh, he's doing better.
Yeah, it finally started turning back around, but it was rough.
It was not under your control. Had nothing to do with really the quality or the grind. It was just like the trend of this year.
Different things happen.
Yeah, and it did have some to do with the games that I chose to post not being the big one. A lot of my fans felt betrayed, which is something I don't agree with, but I do understand. So there was a disconnect there with audience as well.
Your segues could not be more perfect. I feel like a lot of YouTubers, especially COD YouTubers, like are totally boxed in. But you've done stuff where you've taken some risks, you've tried new things, you tried the fitness thing like a few years back. You've been uploading Overwatch stuff as of recently. Do you feel like you're an outlier, or do you feel like more YouTubers should be especially in the COD space, should be taking more risks and shouldn't be afraid?
They should be taking more risks because while Call of Duty is an extraordinarily strong and resilient brand, nothing is forever, and it's nice to have something to fall back to.
Yep.
That being said, a lot of the branching away from Call of Duty has not gone as positively as I would have hoped. It has gone, but it wasn't like the sort of breakout. I'm still primarily doing Call of Duty, which is also one of the reasons I'm opening up the second channel now.
Most of the stuff we try, how many things have we tried that fall flat on their face? But
a ton.
We've got a meeting with a famous skater, like a famous pro skater on Friday, but it was one of those like Hail Mary toss. We were constantly making these like risky tosses, and every once in a while something will come back in a big way.
Something's gonna stick. You got to be prepared to get let down.
But there's like for that one thing, there's been like 100 other attempts of stuff that's totally fallen flat.
Yep.
I feel you on that one.
Yes.
So I judge most of my ventures based on videos because almost every video is a new sort of gamble in a sense.
Yep.
Made 2,500 videos at this point. Well, just on my channel. If you want to include Machinima and others, it's about 3,500.
Jesus.
Of that 3,500, I've had about 15 or 20 go viral and perform really, really well.
Yeah, we're talking like million
And
plus.
I think of the 15 or 20 that went viral, maybe 2 of them I had planned to go viral, and the other 18 were just happened. But you're kind of doing the shotgun method. You're trying everything and to see what sticks, and when something sticks, you write it out.
Yep.
If there's anybody who knows about weird videos getting picked up,
It's me
probably
because
T.
the top 3 videos on our channel, 2 of them have nothing to do with the business at all.
One of them's about pants.
And the other one's about Tesla.
The car comparison, the Faraday car.
Yeah. Yes. From that.
Isn't that the one that didn't work on stage and they turned out the
Yes.
lights and the guy stuck in? And,
Yeah. Yeah, that little stupid thing.
I have a Tesla, so I'm a sucker. I'm on the whole brand thing, not as big on the Elon Musk fan club, but I saw the Faraday Future and I was watching. It's like, oh, this looks really cool. We'll finally get a real competitor to light a fire under Tesla's ass and we'll get something going on. No, it looked like more like one of those pump and dump, get a bunch of venture capital money from China and Europe and just run away kind of companies.
Yeah, they lost their CEO the day before that. I am the Tesla fanboy, and everyone on that, you should see the comments on that video. People are, like, so raging hard at me for being a Tesla fanboy.
They don't like him.
It is what it is.
It's a good car, but it's okay, so God bless, I'm going to put my hipster hat on here. When you join on and you get a Tesla car, right, you don't think about it, but it's so different than a normal car. And an automobile is so strongly tied into the American sense of identity and the way you do things and the way you plan trips and buy gas and have to manually drive yourself, that once you're in doing this electric sort of alternative thing, you're going a different direction. Yep. And it does cause you to think about things differently, and you do get like a little more hipster, and you're like, manual drivers. It's different. You never buy gas. I forgot where to find a gas station recently because I hadn't bought gas in so long. I mean, obviously I figured it out, but instead of just, you automatically know where it is, same as a grocery store or whatever, I had to stop. I'm like, wait a minute, where the hell do I buy gas? Oh yeah, dirt.
Yeah, I've been a Prius driver for the past, 15 years, and I know it's not the same thing, but you do have to drive Priuses differently than you drive, a pure gas car. Okay, back to YouTube.
Be laughing at you.
These guys, they'll laugh at me all day. Whatever, I don't care. They know we made YouTube videos about me buying my newest Prius.
We did.
We posted on this channel.
I almost got one of those. I was super close to getting a Prius. The only reason I didn't is because I was a little bit tall and I didn't fit in it very well.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, you're like 6'4" or something crazy.
Not quite, but a little bit over 6 foot.
You're like 6'11".
You, Allier, and T. Martin are like all...
T. Martin is taller than me. I'm 6'2". T. Martin's about 6'4". Allie might be about 6 foot tall.
Oh, yeah, he's not that tall. That's right.
Speedy is like 8'9" or something. And
that sounds about right.
I've noticed this trend. In general, YouTubers tend to be extremely tall, and pro gamers tend to be much more on the shorter side.
They are, actually. That is weird.
I'm of average height. Where does that leave me?
Working at Trigger Devils.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so something I also think about quite a bit is that when you're famous, like you're traditionally famous, I feel like people aren't held to the same standards as when you're like YouTube famous. I feel like YouTube famous means you have to be like way more authentic feeling perspective-wise, and then that leads to a lot of harsh criticism of YouTubers. Do you agree with that? And if you do, why is that a thing?
I don't necessarily think that is true that YouTubers are held to a higher standard than regular celebrities. Maybe a little bit, in that the channels are lifestyle and personality based. And as you look around your office, people see your office as it is, and people see my room and how I live as it is here, and it's very personal. But the difference being, let's compare me and Tom Cruise. Obviously, there's a big difference in attractiveness and abs and acting ability and Scientology beliefs there.
Yeah, Tom
Cruise. But when Tom Cruise releases
Yeah.
a new movie, the feedback that he will get personally is more catered through movie reviews, through little random comments he'll see on social media. They don't check as often, what his security guard tells him, what the agent tells him. When a YouTuber, not just me, or I guess I'm using me as an example, releases something, the feedback is immediate, directly to your platform, numerical, rankable, searchable, and you are just overwhelmed with actual raw direct feedback immediately. So it probably feels like you're in more of a hot seat, or that you need to be more authentic, or that you get more criticism than others, when that's not necessarily true. And I liken the criticism that YouTubers get much more so toward politicians than traditional media, because you have a backlog of thousands of videos or hundreds about your personal life and everything that's ever been said. So if you ever disagree with yourself or change your mind, or if there's ever all these little clues people can put together, really strange stories can be made.
That's a good point, actually. I really like that analogy, and I might borrow that from you in the future, and or just agree with you on that. Fun fact, I am in some way responsible for Governor Maggie Hassan changing her Twitter here in New Hampshire. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right.
And what happened there?
She was tweeting. Well, she used to tweet and it was obviously not her running the account, so they would tweet things that she was saying in quotes on Twitter, and I literally just replied and was like, if you're Maggie Hassan, then if you're saying this, then why are you putting it in quotes? And they stopped doing it after that. It got a lot of attention, apparently, for me calling her out, and they changed it.
It's because they don't run their own, and you can tell which politician does and doesn't. We can do Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump for this instance. Yeah. If you go and look at their social media profiles, you can tell Hillary Clinton has a paid staff that runs hers, and Donald Trump is there on Twitter just shitposting 24/7, and you can like it or not, but that's really him, and you can really engage and talk to him if you want to, and it's different. It's not the same.
Yeah, 100% different. That's why our account is the CEO of Trigger Devils. I run the Twitter account. I don't know that that's ever going to change for the business. I don't know any other gaming businesses that do that. Their main brand is publicly known to be their CEO.
There's Jack, the CEO at Jerky XP.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Is Jack the dog?
Yeah, Jack's the dog.
Okay.
But they're not tying the brand to a person in particular, though. He's very busy on there, but I'm not sure it's quite the same, no.
But we plan on having them on it for an interview. Actually, they agreed. So shout out to Jerky XP. We'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about entrepreneurship with them. Cool. So we'll see. In the comments, if you guys want that, just let us know. Hit the like button if you want that.
It's good stuff. I am not above shamelessly begging for jerky on occasion.
Oh my god. I beg for jerky any day of the week.
Yeah. I gave you some, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It was really good.
All right. We're going to end it here. Thank you, Drift0r, for doing this.
We appreciate it so much.
Wait a minute. I don't get to shamelessly promote.
No, you get to. We're getting to it. You can promote.
I have them. They're on the controller at pretty much any given time. I never take them off, but
can you flash?
No shilling? Come on, what is
paid
this?
Endorsement? Paid endorsement. He was not paid to say that. This was free.
I got the Trigger Devils a long time ago, and I kind of put it off, and they were just sitting there on the desk, and it's like, I'll put them on tomorrow. I'll do it later. As I'm always kind of averse to changing the controller, because once you have it set in place, you don't want to change it, right?
Just completely.
And as you well know, an inbox can get busy, and you get more and more stuff to do, and you got to travel here and do that thing, and I got lazy about it, and then one day it was like, you know what, I'm being a really crappy partner. I should try these out, right? So I put them on, and I play with them, and a little bit I forget about it, and I just kind of left them on. I come back the next day, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to put those on there. It's okay. They work all right. I'll keep playing with them. And then I think I literally forgot that they were on the controller until about 2 weeks later I went to an event, and I got a regular controller, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? Where are my triggers at? What is this? What is this? I don't like this feel. This isn't right. And then I just realized, holy shit, those must have been actually really good, because I really wish I had brought a pair with me, or I had brought my controller with me, and it just kind of stuck. And that might not be the advertisement that a lot of people want, that get Trigger Devils, they'll cure your cancer, and you'll love it immediately.
It won't cure your
cancer. It's a
cancer.
product that you use, and it's so, what's the right word, good feeling, or it just slides right into your life to where you don't notice it until it's gone. I think that's a very good thing.
That is actually a very likened to the way that they got invented. Like, I was messing around. I played for a month with the original version of it, and I did not realize I should start the business until I played with a different controller. Anyway, I'm glad that you enjoy them. That makes me happy.
Me as well. We appreciate such high praise.
Because if you didn't, then that would be a problem. We look forward to your review, by the way. That's going to be awesome.
Anytime.
Everyone here, seriously go over to his channel, link down in the description. Subscribe to Drift0r. Videos are amazing. I'm a big fanboy. He's clearly having a bromance over here.
Good man. Delightful man.
Go subscribe.
Very deep, beautiful eyes.
Yes.
Just want to say thank you for inviting me, and I appreciate it.
Of course.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming on. It was a lot of fun.
Anytime.
We'll talk soon. See ya.
Have a good night.